Welcome to Daytime, everybody. As you can see, it's myself, Derek Fage, but Melanie's not in today. She's off today, and the beautiful and talented Janet Eastman joins me.
Thank you very much, Derek. The only reason I'm here is because I got a signed contract that said you would not wear your white shoes.
You don't like the white shoes either. I don't get it.
Did anybody vote on the white shoes? Because I think you lost.
Well, no. I think we have a viewer poll going on.
Oh, Lord.
So we have a call-in to see yay or nay on the white shoes. So don't let Janet affect your voting, ladies and gentlemen. Make up your own minds on what you think of the white leather shoes.
Can you take it back to the days of Andy Williams? Do you remember Andy Williams, the Andy Williams show?
Yeah.
The white shoes were big on that with the yellow cardigan.
Yeah, and the Lawrence.
Going to teach me how to cook something.
No, you know the beauty of this that we're talking about?
Right?
You know, I mean, they've been...
Ottawa
TV.
Citizen Business TV, my apologies. Yeah, I got to get the plug in there. I understand.
Right.
I understand.
All right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we talked off the top, obviously in the media. We've heard about the arrests that were made in the terrorist suspects. Of course, it's all rumor and innuendo, but we thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about emergency preparedness. And Rob Wilson joins us from the Ottawa Paramedics. Thanks for being here. It's
good morning.
Good to have you.
Hi,
How
Rob.
are you doing?
Very good, thanks. Emergency preparedness, what do we mean when we talk about that, Rob?
Well, emergency preparedness is making sure you and your family are ready when a disaster occurs. Everybody knows about the possibility of a terrorist attack in Ottawa. It's not a matter of, I think Janet was saying, it's not a matter if, it's when.
Right.
But there's also the chance of there's a major fault line running through Ottawa, toxic chemical spills, natural disasters can occur, and the bird flu. So
Right.
everybody should have supplies ready to deal with it, because the paramedics aren't going to appear at your door saying, are you ready, or you need help. It's going to take us sometimes days to get to you.
So you say everybody should.
Yeah.
How many do?
Not many.
Right.
You'd be surprised. Even myself, like I was going through my supplies today, I'm like, I'm missing some stuff that I have to restock and take care of. And it doesn't appear in your head until it happens.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh no. So.
Right. Now, you as paramedics, you carry around your own emergency preparedness kits,
Yeah.
right? What does that include, Rob?
Well, these are the ones that we have in our truck. These are just our basic trauma bags that we carry. And
Okay.
You can get these trauma kits on the internet. This is from Pacific Safety Supplies, and you can order them over the internet. And these are the ones that are provided by the service to us. Same type of difference. It's just got all the supplies of a first aid kit. Right. And then in addition, at home I have like the water supplies and everything and 2 days of food and everything to prepare in case something major happens.
Okay. When you talk about putting together a kit like this, give us an idea of, like, there must be a huge itemized list that you say, get these things. Give us a run-through of what that might be.
Okay, well, if you go to the City of Ottawa website, www.ottawa.ca, and go to the Emergency Protective Services branch, they have a list of stuff that you should have for yourself. But what I did today was I brought some basic things for that you should have in your home first aid kit. There's trauma dressings. These are large and small pressure dressings. So if you're bleeding, you want to use these to stop. And when we did our bleeding stuff, cling to wrap them up. Aluminum blankets to maintain heat.
Okay.
The traditional triangular bandage, which can be used for anything.
Okay.
You've got your gloves. You should always have gloves to protect yourself. A pocket mask, which helps protect you from vomit or any type of blood thing if you have to do it to somebody other than a family member.
All right, okay.
4x4s and 2x2s, which are just basically in addition to for the bandages. Antiseptic wipes and hand towelettes, Band-Aids, a good first aid kit, a good first aid book, which tells you what you should do when an emergency happens.
Right.
Scissors are always a good idea. So people say, well, can I just use my home scissors? Well, these are called penny cutters, and they're very, very good at cutting off jeans and...
Where do you get those?
So those are specialized, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
you can pick these up at a drugstore or on the internet. You can buy like prepared first aid kits, but these are what I tell people when I teach first aid, what you should have. It's just basic stuff. And then you can add on top of it. And then you always add in the pain relievers like Advil or Tylenol, and then you can put your own prescription medications. And we always recommend that you have a medical information sheet that has your name, your date of birth, medical history, medications, allergies, and some emergency contact information.
Right, and when I look at all these items that you have, especially in the emergency preparedness kit for home, it looks to me as though it's not an expensive thing to put together.
No, and you can go to the nines. You can get like $200, $300 kits, or you can just prepare one yourself at only $20. Like this stuff right here could cost $20, and you have it there when a minor emergency happens.
Are you making this for all of your family members? Like, if you have a family of 10, your kit's got to be a lot bigger.
But yeah, you can personalize it to whatever you need. Like if
Okay.
you have a child, you might want to have some diapers with you and your kid as well, just in case, because it's a first aid kit to have in case of an emergency.
You also mentioned 2 days of food and water. Is
Yes,
that correct?
they should always have some foods on hand and the radio and supplies so that you can last until we get to you.
Now, when we say disaster, what type of things are we talking about? Like, has something ever happened in Ottawa that you can remember as a paramedic where you said, "Oh, geez, I'm glad I had my emergency preparedness"?
Well, there's a blackout.
Right.
And that really stretched the services because people were using they were using barbecues to light up their houses, and candles and fires were occurring. So, and then there's always the chance of the earthquakes not occurring. But it hasn't happened yet, knock on wood, but it probably will happen in the future.
Well, thanks so much, Rob.
Okay.
Always a pleasure to have you on this
All right.
show. Some great tips. Now, don't go away. We will be back very shortly. What are we talking about when we come back today? Oh, interior design program.
Interior design at Algonquin, yeah.
We're going to be talking about that at Algonquin and what makes it unique. You can actually get a degree at Algonquin College. We'll be right back right after this. Great job.